Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to start a new vlog of only reading books that I was approved for on NetGalley. Mind you, pretty much all of them are already out by now, but I want to update my NetGalley score. So once I'm done, I'm going to make sure I finish all of these before I request any more books. And by then I'll only request 5 at a time. Finish those 5 and then request another 5. Like, I really want to stay on top of my NetGalley books. So I was going to read a certain book, realized it's like the 3rd of the series. So I kind of did a deep dive. The 3 I was literally looking at reading this week, they're all the 3rd or 4th book of a series. So I'm like, well, I can't read those because I need to read the other ones first. So there was one that because I have the covers printed, and I was like, you know what? I feel like this is the time to read this one. It's called The Brood, and I forgot it's a thriller. And I was like, you know what? I know this is out already. So I'm going to go look on Amazon and make sure, for one, that it is the first book, because I struggled this morning. It took me about an hour to figure out which ones were not first ones. So this one, I could technically download it on my Kindle with the audiobook. And I went, oh my God, I need to crochet so bad. I am backed up on my blanket by like 30 rows. I am so behind because I needed a certain color, and it's an orange color from a Joann's, but Joann's is closed. And I ordered one online. It wasn't the right one, and it was $20. So I was like, return. So then I went to Michael's and I found one that's pretty close. It's not the right one, but it's close enough. And it's like $4. I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm doing that. I'm not going to use that other one. That's $20. So it got returned. So I'm really excited to read this. On my Kindle, it said it's like 199 pages. So I wonder if I just listen to this book today, if I can get this done. Like, I know I'm still listening to House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas, which I think after I finish this one, if I can find any other ones that also have an audiobook or anything that I can do for free, then I can get a lot more done. But I'm going to sneak in Sarah J. Maas's in the meantime. But I'm going to go sit down. For one, I'm going to eat because it's already almost 12. I haven't eaten a dang thing. I am so hungry. And I just was doing stuff. And then I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my God, it's like almost 12 o'clock. I've been cleaning, getting bread done, like everything. And I am just so behind. So Mondays are not good days for me. I hate Mondays because weekends we just don't clean. And then Monday I try to do all of it in one day, and I burn myself out on Mondays. So I'm going to turn this book on. I'm going to get myself some food. I'm going to eat, and I'm going to crochet. Hey, so I just took a bath. I washed my face. I need to put all my serums and stuff on. So I wanted to give an update because I did finish The Brood. I did not want to give an update middle of the way through. I wanted to do it at the end because, mind you, this is like a horror thriller suspense mystery type situation, and I don't really read those genres like at all. I really don't. But if you get it on Kindle, if you have Kindle Unlimited, it comes with an audiobook. And I read it at 1.75 speed. Regular speed, it was like almost 8 hours. On 1.75, it was about 5. So I did finish it. And I know what I want to read it. But the thing is like, I don't read this very often. So this type of genres. So it's hard for me to rate it because I have nothing really to like compare it to. But I'm giving it a 3 because, like, I was very entertained. I could not stop reading it. Like, even when I went to pick up my daughter, I had earbuds in while I was driving, and I never do that. I was just like, dude, like, if I finish this, like, my husband will only be home like 30 minutes. Like, I want to finish it. And it is like, it was so interesting. Like, I was just so confused. I did gag a lot. If you don't like bugs, I wouldn't read it. I don't really mind bugs, but with what was happening, it was disgusting. It was gross. I was just like, oh my God, what is happening? So Mary is a lawyer. She's 57. She's like one of the head lawyers at her firm. And she goes to a funeral, and then she's going to Cape Cod, and she's going to be like working on a case. And on the way there, she gets in a car accident and she is taken. I'm really not going to say much else because it will just give away absolutely everything. Let's put this chapstick on. This chapstick is really nice. My mom got it for us for Christmas. I really like it. I'm really into it. But anyways, so, all of us are done. I'm just going to leave my headband in because of my bangs. They're pushed back. They don't look great. I still got to brush them out. But, yeah, if I say anything else, it's going to ruin everything. All you need to know, Mary, 57 years old, lawyer, car breaks down, and bad things happen. Like, really bad. Like, oh my God. I did not expect any of that to happen. I feel like if I got more into, like, if I was more into the genre, I don't think it would have surprised me as much. I don't know, because like I don't read the genre, but I really liked it. I wonder if that's like what Rebecca Baum is like known for, like shorter, because it was only 190 pages. And I'm wondering if like this is like what she writes, and like a lot of them are in audio, because if so, then I would totally listen to more and try to get into like the horror, thriller, suspense genres. I would love to, but I wonder if I would like them more as an audio than physical reads, because I know there are some genres that I'd prefer to listen to and prefer to physically read. But yeah, the ending did not go how I thought it would. I was very surprised. Like the whole book, I didn't suspect anything because this is not my type of genre. So I didn't guess anything correctly. But it was good. I do recommend it. But I'm just saying, if you don't like bugs, don't, because I gagged a lot. I was surprised. My husband was even looking at me when I was watching listening to the end, and he was just like, what are you staring at? I'm like, this is just really gross right now. And he's like, what? I'm like, just wait till we make dinner, because we're making spaghetti. I'm gonna tell you what happened. It's disgusting. But I did start in the bath A Dance of Lies. I got it months ago. It's already out, and a lot of people love this book. So I've only read the first 2 chapters. So what I'm getting is Vasali is the girl. She's in a cell. She's been there for 2 years, and the king wants her to dance again so he can get information. Like it's like in a contest or something. But she tells him, like, look at me. Like, she used to dance for him, and supposedly she killed somebody, and she's like, I didn't though. I was with him when the guy died. But he blamed her for it, so she went to the cell for 2 years. So she's like really weak. She can't really stand. She has a heart condition. Like, she has so many things wrong with her. And he expects her to dance and get into this. And I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, well, you have 2 months. That's not enough time, especially with all these conditions. Like, dude, what were you thinking? So that's where I'm at with that. And I really want to continue on, but this one's an actual Kindle book. None of my other ones have the audio, through like Libby or anything that I could listen to. So I'm gonna read this one. It says it'll take me about like 8 hours. Around 8 hours, but that's like because I get distracted sometimes when I'm reading because of the kids, and I put my phone down, so it says it'll take me about 8 hours to read, which is fine. But I'm just glad I already finished one of like the 4 books I'm kind of looking at for the next few days, but we'll see where I get to. But man, hey, so I know this is not a normal scene for my channel, but I know other people do this. But just in case, if you're a mom, a husband, grandma, grandpa, you got kids at home and you need to do their bedding, I have a tip that it has saved me so much stress. It's unbelievable. So like I need to do her bedding. So I'm going to get everything off. And while I'm getting everything off, I'm going to update you guys on my book. So I read only a little bit more of Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. And I like it. I really am liking it. I just need to read more. And today, literally doing her bed is really my only plan today. So I'm hoping I can get it done today. And maybe start another NetGalley book. We'll see. But I did actually finish this morning because I woke up at 3:30 and I just couldn't sleep. So I came out and I started doing some book journal stuff, just kind of messing around with stuff. And I listened to House of Flame and Shadow. I know it's not a NetGalley book, but I'm reading it this week. But I finished it. It took me 12 days. It is such a long book. And because I did it the dramatized way, it was like, this second half was like over 13 hours. But I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to pull all the sheets off. So, I mean, I really liked it. I can honestly say I don't understand why some people disliked this book. So much happened. So much happened in this book. It had me gripped from beginning to end, and it makes me really think a lot of like Throne of Glass and Akatar, her writing style. So her writing style to me is very interesting because it's not like really other books I read, because you just have so many different point of views, and so then you always know like what everybody's doing and where everybody's at. Okay, now I gotta grab her other sheets. Okay, so here's my tip, which I dropped stuff. So I took those sheets off. They're gonna get washed. I already have clean sheets and comforter, pillowcases, everything in here. So the moment I take those sheets off in the comforter, I immediately make the bed. So I don't have to worry about trying to make the bed before she goes to sleep. So this is a sheet. These are pillowcases. This is the fitted sheet, and this is the comforter. But this is the only way I can do the bed, because if I don't do it this way, I get too stressed that, oh, I need to get the sheets done before she goes to sleep. Like, I start to panic that I'm not going to get it done. Where the heck is the corner? There's a corner. There's a corner. But, oh, and then making her bed is not easy because of it being a day bed. We got this one for really cheap from a neighbor. She was moving, and now I regret it. It's so cute though, but it's so hard to make. I gotta go grab the bed now. So I really liked it. I gave it 5 stars. There are things that happened, and my poor husband, I would get shocked, and he's like, wait, what's going on? Because I would be like, no, that's not happening. Nope. And I start to lose it. And my husband, oh my God, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. It's the book. The book is stressing me out. And he just looked at me like, this is a book. You're mad because of the book? Yeah, I'm mad. I'm upset. I mean, I have every right to be upset. But I really like Sarah J. Maas's writing style. I like all the points of views, and that we get a lot of information from a lot of different people, and you get to see a lot of relationships form. So it's not just, Bryce and Hunt. It's, I think Ethan is going to find his person in the next book. I think that Ethan's going to find his one in the next book. I don't know. It's just a guess. But, okay, now I'm going to get the comforter out of the bag. So, I'm going to leave this bag in my dining room. And I think I have pillowcases in here still. But I'm just going to leave that in there. So once it's folded, I need to put it in that bag and put it in her closet. So it's not in another room. It's in her closet. When I take everything off, I grab the bag from the closet, make the bed. But yeah, that's my tip. It's just so much easier. But yeah, I do really recommend the series if you're really into fantasy, you're used to fantasy, because it can get confusing with how many points of view you're reading at the same time. It can get confusing, I do have to admit. And even me, sometimes I get a little confused, but I get confused a little bit, and then it'll kind of go on and explain something, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. Like, it usually just takes a minute. This is why day beds are so hard. I felt like I ran a freaking mile in the gym. Like, oh my God. I'm so tired. And now I just have to put all the teddy bears and everything on the bed. But yeah, so I recommend it. With the way it left off, it kind of left off perfectly for the next book. Because like, it didn't leave off on a cliffhanger. That's the good thing. There's no cliffhanger. So that's good. But, so the way it ended is perfect for the next book. It really is. It's nothing crazy. It's just gonna be a lot of work that they have to do in the next one. A lot of figuring things out. I think the next one's gonna be more political than anything, because this one had a big war scene at the end, which it was needed, but I don't know. We'll see, but I do really recommend it. So I'm hoping today I can finish A Dance of Lies, because I'm really not planning on doing much else today. I really do want to just relax. That's why I'm just wearing comfy clothes, because I still have to take my daughter to school. She has foggy day scheduled today, so I told her, we're gonna leave at our normal time, because we leave like 35 minutes before the school even opens. It doesn't even take me 10 minutes to get there, but she likes to get there early to play. So because I used to leave at 7:40, she goes, Mom, I want to leave earlier so I can play longer. Okay, that's fine, because also get there earlier, less cars. So not mad about that. So she got up early, got ready within 10 minutes. So I'm like, hey, well, now you have 20 minutes of just sitting here. So I thought I might as well get her bed at least started to make. This is always the hardest part, is remaking her bed, because she has so much stuff on it. Ugh. But yeah, I'm gonna just finish doing this. I'll leave you on. I just won't talk to you. So here's a little making my daughter's bed montage. Do you hear what I hear? Silence. No kids are home. My mom and King picked up my son, and she wants to pick up my daughter from school. So right now it's like 1. He's been gone since like 10:30. And I'm just like, what do I do with myself? So I kind of just picked up the house, did some laundry, did some dishes, vacuumed, did the normal things. And now I'm gonna crochet just for a little bit and listen to my audiobook, Beautiful Villain, which, mind you, I'm on chapter, I think 6. I don't know. I'm like 10% of the way through. This is a Gatsby retelling, but it's modern. So I'm like so confused, but like this is the first party that Daisy's going to Gatsby's, and she was wearing 1920s flapper dress type of stuff. So it is doing an ode to the original Gatsby, which it's funny because I literally just bought The Great Gatsby and I wanted to read it, and I didn't know this was a Gatsby retelling. So there's a lot of it that I don't remember because I haven't read Gatsby. I think we read it in like 8th grade, if I'm not mistaken. It was probably in 8th grade. And I did watch the newer version of the movie when it came out, but I haven't seen it since. So a lot of it I don't remember. So this is very interesting. Daisy's ex-boyfriend, Tom, I remember him in the movie. But I have to say, he is so annoying, and oh my God, I can't stand him. I want to hurt him so bad. So right now, I'm going to listen maybe 30 minutes to an hour. I don't know, because I really do need to finish A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. I am like 53% of the way through that. So we hit the romance, and I'm not going to say who it is, because I kind of figured it was one of the two, and it is one of them. But some of the stuff that's being revealed, it's really sad. And I was just expecting it to be more about the dancing. I kind of wish it was more about the dancing, because when we get into the politics, I space out. I completely space out. I don't know what's going on. And then once I'm finally back in, I'm like, I don't even know what I just read. I don't know. I space out. I'm not a big fan of the politics and how it's being explained. But whenever she's like actually putting the stuff into action, like I will say she was tasked to poison somebody. So when that was going on, I was very like, oh my God, why? And she's trying to figure out why he's doing it. But at the moment, like, it'll be like 2 pages worth of her explaining politics as to why she thinks this is happening. I space out on that, because I'm like, I don't care about all the fighting within the countries and all that. Like, this is your job. You're not gonna be able to figure it out because you have also been away for 2 years. You need to just do what he wants, but also like try to do, like, not do it. I don't know. It's just hard because I'm liking whenever it's the dancing and the explanation of the sand and the dust and her moving her body and what it represents. And I'm loving that. I'm really liking that. It is once the politics, like they start talking politics, I space. I don't really care. So I think I'm going to crochet just for a little bit and listen to my book and then get back to A Dance of Lies. So I dropped the ball today, in all honesty, just on recording. It's Friday. I meant to close my vlog this morning, but I kind of just could not focus. I don't know what it was, but I was actually able to finish A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. I gave it 3 stars. It's so hard for me to talk about this book, actually, because I was a little bored the first 60%. I was just like, okay, I really wanted more dancing. There was a love triangle going on. I really, really like Vasali. I really like her. And I really enjoyed the plot, but I wish there was more about the dancing than what there was. Once it hit 60%, that was when I really started enjoying the book. It started getting twisty, turny. Things were starting to get revealed. It was less politics. It was good. The whole love triangle thing, that threw me for a loop. The ending threw me for a loop. I do not want to accidentally give anything away. Do I recommend this for beginning, like romantasy readers? Yes. But also, I don't really consider this a romantasy. Romantasy for me is like magical and like with dragons and stuff like that. This is just people that were in kingdoms and there's dancing. Like, there's not really magic. They talk about gods sometimes, but like, that's what we all do anyways. So I didn't really see how it could be a romantasy or even a fantasy romance. Like, I don't know where the fantastical part is coming from, because there is no magic. They mention a god and you see the god one time, but it's like, but that's not good enough to make it a romantasy, because that's normal. So I'm not quite sure, because I can't really say it's contemporary romance because it's not contemporary. It's like medieval times. I don't know, but I gave it 3 stars. I only gave it really, I think, 1 chili, because it wasn't spicy. There is like a kissing scene, but that is it. So, I mean, it was good. So in this vlog, I only read The Brood, but I read it as an audio, and then A Dance of Lies. Is there one that I would recommend over the other? Not necessarily, because The Brood was totally took me by surprise. I was hooked. I was in it, but I've never read a book like that, so I don't technically know if it's good, because I've never read anything like that. That was the first one I've ever read that way. So yes, I enjoyed myself. It's a 3-star. And then A Dance of Lies is also a 3-star. Would I recommend it? Yes. But I don't necessarily say it's a fantasy romance or romantasy. I would call it a more of a medieval romance era type of situation. But yeah, I mean, I know I wanted to get through like 4 NetGalley books this week, but this week just took a toll and it didn't happen, which is fine. And I mean, it's normal. I was listening to audiobooks in between then. I don't even know if I talked to you about Her Soul to Take. I DNF'd it. Didn't care about anything. And I did start Beautiful Villain by, I want to say Rebecca Kenny, but I don't think it's Rebecca Kenny. I don't know. But I started that one. That's the Gatsby retelling. But I have to read that one and then the second one in order to get Ruthless Devotion, and that one I have from NetGalley. So I gotta do the other 2. But I mean, I've all in all done well this week with reading. Just not necessarily my NetGalley books, but I mean, that's normal. So I'm going to close out my vlog here. I hope you like, comment, subscribe down below. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.